frustration, we start showing anger to the family around us, to our people, somewhat because we are not thinking and responding. So, all of us, we believe that most of us are emotionally unregulated right now. And again, this does not come from the adulthood. So, nothing specifically is happening right now, all of a sudden, which is making you to behave in a manner how you're behaving right now. So, there are certain patterns, certain baggage we are carrying from the childhood, which is making our core energy and making us what we are right now. So, what we do ideally, whenever something happens to us, so life will throw us some kind of situation. Let's say if I'm working somewhere in my office, somebody said something to me. So instead of just passing it from my mind or not thinking about it, I will keep on getting into a loop. So I'll get into a loop of thinking why this person has said the way it was. So let's say if somebody, I was wearing a dress, if I went to the office, somebody said, Shruti, you're looking good, good than yesterday. So instead of taking that compliment, I will go back and understand why this person has said good than yesterday. Yesterday I was wearing this. Was I not looking decent? Was I not looking good? Why did he say something like that? So my entire day will be consumed by this thought. I'll be in this loop. Instead of making my day productive, doing something good for myself, for the company, for the people around me, I'll get into this loop. So that happens when we are not able to process our emotions. And this happens most of the time. And then we think there is something wrong with us. So today we are going to discuss what are the various types of childhood traumas and how they are affecting us today. So yesterday we discussed about mother wound, father wounds that constitute almost 40% of our traumas in the life. Today we'll be discussing more. And tomorrow is going to be more beautiful, I would say, session because tomorrow we'll be talking about triggers. So let's start the session. So with that in mind, we are a very small group today. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you, TVG, Aman, Rohit, Shagun, Love, Rita ji. So with this energy, shall we start our session? Are we all ready? So just type in Y in the chat box so that we can quickly start the session. Thank you, Aman. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shagun. Cool. Okay. So before deep diving into childhood traumas, let's first discuss what exactly is trauma. Prior to this session, or probably maybe some of you would have seen trauma written on hospitals, trauma center. So we think trauma is something very big. But basically, trauma is an internal experience that creates anxious feeling within ourselves, overwhelmed feeling within ourselves, because because of this feeling, what we feel that I'm not able to understand what is happening around me. So I cannot process it. I'm in a state of helplessness. I don't understand what is happening, why is happening, why I should be behaving, how should I be behaving. I am in complete hopeless situation. I feel helpless. I am stuck in a cycle of thoughts and feelings. The same example I gave to you. So somebody said something and we got stuck in the cycle of thoughts and feeling. Thought created feeling, feeling created some other triggers, triggers created body movements, and then I got into that loop again and again. As a result, what are we doing today? We are not able to take our conscious action. We are not able to make our day productive. And we end up doing what? Which we don't like at all. We feel miserable after doing it. But we end up we end up shouting. We end up hitting people. We start blaming karma. We feel bitterness towards other people. We have grudges against them. We find faults in other people. Or we find lot of other excuses for ourselves. And we think there is something wrong with us. Absolutely not. This is some trauma which is sitting inside us, which is making us to feel helpless, which is making us not to understand how to process this emotion, which is why we are reacting the way we are right now in adulthood. So childhood trauma. So before we start childhood trauma, let me clarify one fact here. There is a myth that childhood traumas will be there for children who have traumatic childhood. Definitely, I can say it with full, I would say, I can say it 100% that childhood traumas have nothing to do with how the childhood has been for you, good, bad, traumatic, whatever. Everybody has childhood trauma. So if we talk about more successful people on this planet, they also had childhood trauma. Nobody can be escaped by it. Because again, this is the trauma created in the child who is from an age of 0 to 15, who did not know how to process the emotion. And anything can be traumatic for him. As simple as buying a toy to as difficult as not getting unconditional love from their parents. Anything can be traumatic. And childhood traumas have repetitive patterns. So if we have perceived something during our childhood, in our adulthood, we will have a certain behavior. And this behavior is a loop. We are going to discuss those behavior. This behavior is a loop. And slowly and gradually, we create a belief for ourselves, or rather, let me call it limiting belief for ourselves that we are like that. This is what we are. This is my trait. This is what my weakness is. But it's not like that. We can come out from it. It's just a limiting belief which was formed due to some events that happened in the childhood, which is why we are behaving in a pattern in our adulthood. This all can be broken. So, what we have to understand, we will be talking about healing also, but firstly, we need to understand, we need to uncover what are childhood traumas. What are the childhood traumas we are suffering with, or we have it, not suffering, we have inside us. So, in order to heal us, let's first uncover what are those things so that we can understand, we can have awareness, we can accept this, and then we can go towards healing. So, today's intention is to understand, to accept, and to acknowledge that trauma patterns are there so that slowly, gradually, we can start healing it. So, let's start with the first trauma. And whatever traumas I am going to discuss with you, guys, it's not that you'll be falling in a specific category. It will be a mix and match of all the categories. So I am in a category where I had all these traumas in some percentage. One of the trauma would be the highest, but every trauma would have some percentage. Or maybe one trauma doesn't matter for you at all. So just figure out which one is there for you, because uncovering is most important right now. And then we'll take question and answers towards the end. So the first one is very interesting: overachievers trauma. Okay, so these are people who are very good in academics. Now there are the two categories of children. Okay, the first category are people who are very intelligent, who are born intelligent, who know how to do excellent job in their academics. So these are people who are gifted. Okay, they have intelligence and they are very intelligent people. But there is second category of people, and most of us fall in that category. That category is these people are not that intelligent, but they are so hard worker. They want to work so hard in life that they want to achieve that excellence in academics, or they want to prove themselves to their parents so that they can receive that love from their parents, because some of us had conditional love from the parents. So what are these children? What is overachievers trauma? There would be a constant feeling in that person who is an adult now that I'm not good enough. I have to achieve more. So these are the people who may have got certain goals, who may have already achieved certain goals in life, but they are never satisfied with them. They feel completely emptiness. They feel some kind of void inside them. They feel they're not happy. They feel empty. So even though they are very successful in life with so-called career, money, anything else, but still they don't feel enough. And they think they have to achieve more because that will give them happiness. So one target achieved, no, this is not sufficient. Let me achieve more. Second target achieved, let me achieve more. So this constant feeling will not let them to take rest. So what will happen? They will be totally exhausted. They will keep on comparing themselves with other people. And the worst part here is these other people will not be peer-to-peer comparison. So let's say if there is a person who has just started the business, it's a new business for them. But this person is doing really well. So they are getting sales, they are making money, the customers are happy, everything is going on well. So the foundation is good. There is a possibility wherein he'll be able to create a lot of success in future. But this guy, instead of being happy with what he's creating right now, he will be constantly comparing himself with the other founders who are on a different level. So let's say if this is a new founder who has just started the business, the person will start compare them with the companies, with the startups which has now become companies. So let's say Paytm, let's say PhonePe, let's say some established Zerodha. So they will start comparing themselves with those companies who are already established. And with this comparison, because it's not a peer-to-peer comparison, it's not apple-to-apple comparison, this person will never be satisfied. So even though he's doing very good in his life, But since he is not satisfied, since he thinks he's not enough, slowly, gradually, he'll be exhausted. And there are huge chances that he might also self sabotage himself. These people, they will also have feeling of feeling small in front of other successful people. So they will have a kind of bitterness towards successful people, that how come this person is able to uh, create so much huge success for ourselves. Matlab, where am I lacking in my life? Why is he able to create? Why I'm not able to create? So constant comparison, feeling small in front of successful people, jealousy, jealousy towards those who are doing better in life, or they'll be very harsh on themselves because they think they have to be achiever in everything. They have to achieve every goal of the life, doing things best possible way while taking truckload of stress. So they will be able to do whatever they were supposed to do to create that success, but they will be constantly under stress all the time because they are comparing themselves with more successful people, which is not peer to peer, which is not apple to apple. And they never feel good about their success. They want to achieve more, they have to grow more. So everybody, I say, most of us, everybody has some point of overachievers trauma inside us. I had this. I'm still working on it, but I still have some percentage of overachievers trauma in my set, wherein I constantly think I'm not enough, I'm not doing enough, I have to do more. So before moving towards the second slide, I would request you all take a screenshot for this. Just write down, just mention some points. Do you think you have some kind of, I would say, traits which are matching this trauma? Okay. So just take a pause right now. Just read what I have mentioned here and just make a note of it. Do you have some percentage of overachievers traumas inside you? Or you can take recent examples of your life and see, do you have something like this in your inside yourself? So I'll just take a quick pause and I'll let you decide on that. Okay. So now let's move to the other one. Now, this is very, very interesting and it's my favorite, people pleaser trauma. Okay. People pleaser trauma. This is a kind of trauma which comes to an individual who is now an adult who feels that they are unworthy or they are unwanted. So people who feel unworthy, unwanted, manifest themselves as people pleaser. So what will happen? They are the people who may have not received love, care during their childhood, like we have understood certain wounds yesterday. So there might be some people who did not receive that love, that care from their parents, from their immediate family. And they believe, because the spiritual need of a child, four needs: being loved, being approved, being appreciated, safety, and security. So because these needs were not met, they thought that if I want to earn that love, if I want to earn that approval, that validation from the outside world, because that's my spiritual need, it needs to be fulfilled, then I'd have to become people pleaser. That means I have to become somebody who says yes to everybody, who does not have strong boundaries, who does not think about himself, who is always constantly under pressure to keep other people happy. And what will happen, because they are the people who have weak boundaries, they will end up saying yes to things they feel miserable about. So even though they have a lot of work to be completed in a day, if they're they if let's say they are a corporate professional, so they have a lot of work to be done in a day. But if the boss comes and gives an extra work which they believe is beyond their limits, or that's not urgent, so they can do it tomorrow, but since the boss has said to be done, it is supposed to be done today, they will go ahead and do it because they don't want the boss to feel bad about them. Similarly, their friends. So in their circle, they will have certain friends who will ask for certain, I would say, certain things from them, certain favors from them. This person, this guy, this girl would always be ready to help them. But when this guy, this girl wants some help, some favor from these people, he or she will never get it. He or she will be attracting thankless people in life. They are usually burnt out because they are not thinking about themselves. They are constantly working to keep other people happy. So they hardly have time, energy, or permission to take care of themselves. For them, they really don't matter. their energy, their power, their thoughts, what is good for them, what is bad for them, what they actually want in life. It doesn't matter for them because they are constantly trying to please everybody else around them. These are the people who are physically and emotionally tired. Emotionally, because again, they think I should not make anybody's angry, should nobody should speak anything bad about me. Physically, because they are constantly helping others, they are constantly on the go with them, so they'll feel tired, they will have lack of motivation, they will not do things which can bring joy to them because they are never thinking about themselves. They feel angry, they feel resentful because they think when anybody else, the other people, whenever they need this person is always available. This person goes out to the limit to help the other person. But when this person needs some help, some support, some favor, nobody is available. Everybody is thankless. So he or she is attracting thankless people around him. So this guy, this girl, will feel angry, will feel resentful towards other people. Over time, what will happen? Because this person is being drained by all the people around them. Slowly, gradually, this person will go into chronic stress. They will feel exhaustion all the time. The exhaustion will lead to damaged physical body. It will be emotional and mental. It will also affect their emotional and mental health. So they will start manifesting diseases which are causing due to chronic stress. Can be blood pressure. So that's why you must have seen people who are at young age, they are manifesting blood pressure right now. And we say proudly, Are, de to genes mein hai. It comes from it's the heredity. Hai. These are not heredity. This is coming, this is something which we are manifesting unconsciously. And these can be cured, these can be taken care of. So if it even if it's coming from hereditary, we can break the chain, we can manage it better. So if these are diseases like blood pressure, diabetes, which are some sort of irreversible diseases, these can be managed well so that the generation after you will not get these diseases, and we will not feel proud in saying that this is hereditary, this comes in our genes. There is nothing to feel proud about. This is something which is going from one generation to another because of the emotions which are stuck inside us. Father behavior, not approver, people pleaser. So, yesterday we heard about father behavior. When the father is not approving, the painting example which I gave to you, that the child has created a beautiful painting. He went through the father, thought that the father will approve him, validate him, give him love, give him care. But instead of doing all these things, appreciation, father said, This is not a good painting. You could have done better. So this chota bacha, this small child, he went outside, he seeked out that love. So he got that love, that appreciation from the neighbor. So which is why he manifested himself as a people pleaser, because he thinks whatever validation, love he wants, support he wants, he will not get from the immediate family. He will get it only from the outside person. So this is how we manifest ourselves as people pleaser. So let's take a moment right now and see, do we have this trait, this trauma in us? If yes, how much percentage of it is it? And just make a note of it. You can take a screenshot for this particular screen so that we understand. And whatever points I've mentioned, guys, it's not that 100% of the points will be matching with you, but you can relate to some of the points. So some of the points, if you're able to relate, that means it's there. Sometimes we are not aware of it. So awareness is the main purpose. We are doing this session right now. So let's just understand if we have this trauma inside us. So just take a moment, take a screenshot, and just sit with yourself and see if you have this. And then I'll take you to the next slide. Cool. So now let's move towards the next trauma. Okay, now this is again very interesting. You can totally relate with it. Mostly guys, you can totally relate with this. Okay. This is emotionally strong. Emotionally strong means the trauma of feeling uncared when the child did not feel cared during the childhood, which is again one of the requirement of the child. They manifest themselves as a strong one, person who never express emotions. We have seen this mostly common in guys. Why? Because in Indian society, we have been treated like guys, because you are a man, you are supposed to be strong. You are not supposed to be vulnerable. You cannot cry like a woman. You cannot cry like a girl. So when this child, this boy grows up, The boy does not know how to actually take care of their emotion. He becomes rock solid for the entire family. So this person, this guy will be rock solid for the entire family, saying that don't worry, I'm there for you. I'll take care of everything. I am going to take care of everything around it. You don't worry. This guy will become rock solid for the entire family. But this guy will start feeling exhaustion, mental stress, because this guy is giving to everybody around us. And this guy is feeling I'm emotionally strong. I don't have to show my emotions. I don't have emotions. Emotions are for weak. These are for vulnerable people. I am not meant to show emotions because I'm a man. But everybody has emotions. Everybody are supposed to process their emotions properly. And the moment we start running from our emotion, that's the time we start manifesting our life into a troubled life. So this guy will be emotionally strong for everybody, but deep inside him or her, she will feel vulnerable. He will feel vulnerable. He will feel that there is no, I would say, depth in the relationships he is in. There is no connection with self. This person will feel lost all the time, feel stuck all the time, even though everything is working on well for this particular person. So again, guys, there can be a situation wherein everything is going on well on the outside world. So you are doing well in your career, you're making money, relationships are good, you are married to a good partner, or maybe you are in a good family, but something inside you feels stuck, something inside you feel lost, and you don't know what's wrong with you. And slowly, gradually, because of the world around us, we think that we are in depression. We think there is something wrong with us. We go in chronic stress. But this is the feeling. This is the feeling because we have never learned in our life how to express our emotion. Because when this boy was a child, when he was throwing tantrums, he was crying, his mother said, "You don't become like a girl. Don't act like a girl. Stand up and just stand up and don't cry like a girl." So this boy thought the emotions, showing emotions is not right. Crying is not right. So I have to be emotionally strong. And very surprisingly, guys, this does not only happen with men. These also happen with women who are raised as emotionally strong person because they have been told you are the women of the family, you have to run the entire family, you cannot be weak, you have to be strong all the time, you cannot be vulnerable. So there are girls who when they grow up into an adult, they will become so emotionally strong, they will have some masculine energy also inside them, which is bit higher than feminine energy, because they have been told by the parents, by the family, that you have to take care of the family, so you cannot be weak. So this girl will always be emotionally strong, again standing like a rock solid for the entire family. I am there for you, nothing will happen. But this girl will feel very weak inside. This girl will feel that she has no connection with herself. She's lost. She is stuck. So she will not be able to give that love in the relationship, give that support in the relationship. Though she is there, she's emotionally strong, she's there for the family, but the kind of love, emotions which are expected from her, from the relationship, in the relationship, she will not be able to give that because now she does not know how to process the emotion. She's become emotionally strong. So this is one trauma which is there, which is very common. So just take a pause here and see, do you have this trauma? Are you really tired of struggling? Are you really tired of being strong all the time? Are you really tired for showing the world that I can achieve everything in life? Are you tired? Do you feel tired? If yes is the answer, then definitely you have some part of this trauma inside you, or maybe a huge part of trauma inside you. So, with that, I'll take again a pause right now. Just sit with your thought right now for a second and see where do you resonate yourself with. Okay, now let's move to the next one. Now, this is very interesting again. And I'm sure you must be able to relate with all the traumas because somewhere we know this is there inside us and we are not just aware. So perfectionist, okay? So perfectionist, when we listen to this name, we think of Amir Khan, okay? So perfectionist. These are people who feel unloved during their childhood. And I would say this happens most of the time in the child who is the eldest child in the family. So, eldest girl, eldest boy, they have siblings who come after them. But because they felt unloved because of the sibling, because the attention goes towards the smaller one. And this child did not understand because this child was also a child that time when the sibling came. So this child all of a sudden thought that my father and mother are not mine anymore. They're not loving me anymore. I'm not sufficient for me. I am not enough for them. If I have to attract their love, if I have to attract their attention, I have to do something extraordinary. I have to be perfectionist in life. So what they will do, they will start setting some extreme standards for themselves. Extreme standards like a boy with a boy of, let's say, 7 years old of age will start cooking food for the entire family because this is extraordinary. Nobody does that. And by doing this, he's attracting the attention of the family, thinking, making them understand that I'm extraordinary. I am supposed to be learned. I'm supposed to be loved. I'm supposed to be taken care of because this is what I'm doing. So these people will set some extraordinary standard and they will believe in their life that they have to achieve those standards all the time. As a result, what will happen? Because the harsh truth of the life, and I'm sure whatever age we are on right now, we all understand that nobody is perfect. Perfect word does not exist. We are human, we cannot be perfect. So because we cannot be perfect, we have some flaws in ourselves. So what will happen? Slowly, gradually, this guy, this girl will be very harsh on himself or herself. They will keep on taking a lot of tasks to overachieve, to do well in their life, so-called well in their life. They will be overwhelmed. They will be overtired. They'll be exhausted. They will have very high, rigid principles in their life. So-called because they think by having those rigid principles, they will show themselves as perfectionist. And trust me, guys, people who have very rigid principles or who are so-called angry people in life, they are actually not angry. They are trying to protect themselves because somewhere inside them, they are vulnerable. They don't want people to look at that side of them because then they think people will stop respecting them. People will start taking them for they will take advantage of them. So which is why they will have this persona, they will have this aura of being a very rigid, a person who is guided by all principle, who is angry all the time because they are supposed to follow the house has to follow the rules and regulation, but deep inside this person is actually trying to protect himself or herself from the outside world, which is they are showing in the form of an anger. And for perfectionists, guys, I'll give you a very brief example, which is very close to my heart. Okay. So my mom, so-called, is a perfectionist. So when I say perfectionist, she wants to keep everything very clean. Everything should be organized. She's a very good cook. So when we were child, me and my brother, we were always used to be fearful in the house because we need to ensure that everything organized and we can't play in a manner wherein जैसे सोफा बैग भी हटा देते थे ना हम लोग तो उस पे भी डांट पड़ती थी सो वी नीड टू बी वेरी श्योर दैट एवरीथिंग इज क्लीन एवरीथिंग इज फाइन and we were like why she has this behavior and she's still right now also she's somewhat like that. She's much more, I would say, good with with the grandchildren now. So now she's not that strict, but she has that perfectionist, I would say, syndrome in her. So I'll take you the background. Okay. Now I understood when I did ICH. So the background was my mother lived with her uncle because my Nana Nani, her mother and father, they were living in a village. So there she could not pursue the education. So she was shifted with the brother of my grandparents, who was their uncle, who was her uncle, and they were living and she was living with their family. So the uncle himself had 5 kids, and my mother was also living with them, and my mother was the eldest. My uncle had this persona of being very strict, disciplined, used to create fearful environment in the house. Everything has to be managed. Even if they're eating, they have to eat properly, they have to drink properly, they have to dress properly, and if they are not doing that, they were punished. So because my mother never felt love because she was not with her parents, the wound was created. She was seeking love from the outside world because that's where she was living. So the father figure for my mother was the uncle, was the aunt, and she was not getting the same love from them. So what did she manifest? In order to attract their attention, she started doing some extraordinary work. So she learned cooking well when she was very very small. She started keeping everything organized even when she was 7, 8 years of age. She used to make cleanlinesses there. She used to do everything in an organized manner. This is the basic reason was she wanted to attract the attention of the uncle and aunt so that she can feel loved, she can feel cared. And this syndrome has been with her till now. So perfectionist can be as dangerous as I'm telling you right now, and we will not even understand where is it coming from, because we think this is good. Somehow we take pride in that. We think it's good. It's not good. Because again, when we are not feeling connected to ourselves, when we are not taking care of ourselves, we are putting a lot of pressure on ourselves. Emotional health, physical health is going for a toss. How can this be good? This cannot be good, because nobody is perfect. We all are human beings. We all are full of flaws. So we need to understand that we have to keep a boundary somewhere. We need to understand what is good for us, what is not good for us. So this perfectionist, just take a look, take a pause, take a screenshot, and see, do you have something around this inside you, or do you know somebody who has this? Now you can relate with it, you can understand with it. So I'll just take a pause here and want to understand. I want to let you know, let you be sitting with the thought if you have this. Okay. Okay. Now let's come towards the last trauma. The last one is caretaker. And this is also common in many of us. What is a caretaker? Now, what is a caretaker? Caretaker, as the word says, this is a child who has become an adult, but the immediate trait, or I would say the dominant trait of this child, of this adult, is taking care of everybody around us. Okay. So, what happened? The trauma of weak, unsupporting adults in the family manifests as caretaker. So, what exactly happened in the childhood? This person was grown with a mother or a father who did not have uh, capacity to speak for themselves, like we have spoken about it, dependent, codependent trauma. So these are the adult who were not able to take care of themselves, who were very shy, timid, who did not have their voice. So this child has actually become their caretaker. So let's say if this child is a girl, the girl actually become the mother of the mother, and the mother became the child, because now this child thinks my mother can't speak, my mother cannot take her decisions, people are fooling her around, so I need to take care of her, I need to be her voice. So what will happen? She will become the mother, and the mother will become the child. And this will be continuously happening till the time the child grows into an adult. So, such people, they will not only help their parents, their family, they will help everyone around them. What will happen? These type of people, these category of people, they will sacrifice their life for other, because they believe they are the responsible one. They have to take care of everybody. And again, I'm not saying that we should confuse with taking responsibility, taking care of of our parents with this caretaker. No, these are two different things. Taking care of the parents, taking responsibility of them is a different thing. We all should be doing it. But this is a trauma. Trauma means I am the one who has to take care of my parents all the time. And if I'm not there, nothing can happen. Okay, I'll give you a very beautiful example, which we have seen in our society nowadays, everywhere, globally, on the global level. Children are not getting married. Okay, they are intentionally, so girls, females, they are not getting into marriage nowadays. Why? Because they think if they get married, who will take care of their family? Because they are the only child, or they are only the girl child. Let's say there is no sibling, she's the only one, she's the only one who is earning in the family. So if she gets married, who will take care of the family? So she'll become the caretaker. She will not choose marriage, she will not choose her life. Entire life she'll be working, she'll be taking care of the parents. And I would not say that she'll be happy, because this is something she's not doing out of lot of love. Love is there definitely for the parents, but here she's sacrificing herself every single moment. she's sacrificing. She's not taking care of her. She has some desires in life. She also wanted to be loved by the partner. She wanted to enjoy her life, but she's not doing it because she's scared that if she gets married, nobody is there to take care of the family. Her parents will not be able to live their life properly. Something will happen to them. So this girl will never get married. Similarly, if the same female is married, is open to marriage, she's also married to somebody, but because she's a caretaker, what will happen? She will be constantly engaged in her Micah, in her mother and father's behavior. She'll be constantly on phone, asking their parents, asking her parents, what's happening, how is happening, what's working, what's not working. So she is so much worried about them that she will not be able to detach herself from them. So though she is in a different house, she has her responsibilities, she has love, attachment, but she will be ignoring everything because for her she thinks if she is not there, because now she is not there, she's married, something will happen to the parents. Nobody is there to take care of the parents. So she will constantly on phone, or she will be constantly talking to them, or she'll be constantly going to her mother's house, father's house, because she just can't leave him. She thinks the world will collapse if she leaves their parents on their own. So these are two kind of situations which we are seeing very actively right now in our society. And this is the reason behind it. And this trauma can also come from having a toxic or narcissist parents who wanted their child to validate their parents all the time. So they can be narcissist parents. So narcissist, I would say, is a term we use when somebody is constantly draining the energy from the other person. So let's say there is a person X, there is a person Y. X is a father, Y is a child. If X is narcissist means this person has nothing to do with the emotions of the child. This person, the father, is not lovable. He doesn't love the child. What he wants from the child is to keep him happy. So he will treat the child as a trophy kid. So if the child is excelling in studies, if the child is doing well in their life, or probably if the child has grown up, is doing well in their life, earning a lot of money, maybe the child is feeling miserable right now because that's not what the career he wants to make into. But this parent will be very happy because this is how he's satisfying his ego. And this person will never be able to give love and support to the child because that's not what his trait is. So this is toxic, this is narcissist relationship. So toxic ka bhi next level is narcissist. So toxic can be abusive, can be emotionally unavailable, but narcissist is next level. So narcissist means they will be constantly draining the energy, sucking the energy from the person. And even if the child and adult is doing everything for the father, the ex-father I'm talking about, he will never be happy. He will always make him feel less. He will always make him feel that whatever is happening in the life, the bad part, whatever not so good is happening in his life is because of them, because of this child, because he did not do well in the life, so called. So he will never be happy. He'll be putting blame on the child. At the same time, he also wants the child to be taken care of him all the time. He should not be having any relationship. He should always sacrifice his life for him. So this is what the narcissist parent. So if one of the parent or both the parents are narcissist, then the child also ends up becoming a caretaker because the child feels it's his responsibility to keep their parents happy, to keep her or his parents well all the time. So the only job the child believe in their life is to manage the emotional state of their parents, to manage the well-being of the parent. So that will also manifest into a caretaker. And you must have seen situations like the example I've taken for the girls. So examples of divorces, example of separation, marital issues, being unmarried for the sake of family are the reason behind personalities who are actually caretakers. So they got married, but again, they're not able to adjust in the family, which is why divorces are happening, separation are happening. But nobody understand that this girl child is actually coming from that caretaker personality, which is why this is how she's behaving right now. So, such kids, what happens? They fail to have a life of their own. They are always living life for somebody else. Somebody else, they are always lost. They are distraught. They never get a chance to connect with themselves. They are lost because they are not connected to themselves. So, they feel exhausted. They feel lost. They might be doing well in their life, but they are not satisfied. They don't feel fulfilled because the reason behind it, they were living for their parents, for their family, who is constantly sucking the energy, or let's say who is the one they're taking care of. So they have become a caretaker. And I have seen like we have a very strong category of people who are falling into this category, because it comes naturally to us also, because definitely we believe that we are responsible, we have to take care of our parents, but we should not feel burdened by it. The moment we start feeling burdened, the moment we start looking at them as responsibility, we should understand, take a pause and just introspect. What is this feeling? Where is it coming from? Is it because of the love I have for them? Or is it because I have this childhood caretaker trauma inside me? So I'll take a pause here. This is the last trauma. So I'll take a pause. I would request you all to just go deep inside it and see if you have something around it. And then we'll take up the questions. Okay, so I'll just take a pause here. And please don't get overwhelmed if you are feeling that, yes, I can resonate with it, I can relate with it, or you feel that I'm taking out all dirt right now. Everything bad is what I'm discussing. No, my only motive is to make you aware, because when we feel lost, when we feel stuck, we just don't know. We feel stuck because we don't know what is happening inside us. So I'm just making you aware. The first step is awareness, second is acceptance, third is healing. So tomorrow we'll be discussing trigger, and we will also do some healing tomorrow. So healing will also be happening. Currently, just make a note of what you can relate with, so that you are aware what is happening inside you. You have answers for yourself. So that's the only motive. Don't get anxious, don't get overwhelmed. This is something which can be taken care of, which can be healed completely. So just be aware around it. Super. So with that, I am done with the childhood trauma. I would love to hear your questions if you have any, so that I can answer. So just type in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask the question, whatever is convenient. Just let me know. Solutions, love. Solutions are healing. Solutions is healing. So we'll be discussing about healing also. Don't worry. Abhi, just make a note what you have inside you. So you just become aware. Solutions will also come to you. Don't worry at all.
I would like to ask a question.
Sure, Shagun. Tell me.
Actually, I had that childhood caretaker trauma.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of that, my I could not focus on my career, and I lost all my career opportunities.
Okay.
So, so it took me like I am 36 now. So,
Mm-hmm.
uh, while I was taking care of my parents, I
Mm-hmm.
was also preparing for civil services, but I could not clear the exam because of my caretaker trauma. So,
Okay.
because of this, my relationship with my husband also got ruined,
Okay.
because he used to tell me that leave UPSC if you are taking care of your parents, but I could not.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this is the only option I have. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now, uh, now he's asking for divorce because he thinks that I have devoted, like I yesterday also I told you that I used to do
Yes.
stonewalling because of the violence my father used to do with me in the
Mm-hmm.
childhood. So I
Mm-hmm.
am in the process of getting divorced in terms of we are living separately for 3 months, and then he'll be going to decide that whether he'll be divorcing me or not.
Okay. 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 So, Shagun, what's the question?
So the question is how to make him feel. Is it the I should make him understand that I was going through that trauma. So because of that, uh, that I could not focus on him, and because of
Got
that
it.
also actually we didn't have any physical intimacy because uh, I my whole energy and my time was spent on my parents only because they were not
Yeah.
able to take care of them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and even
Mm-hmm.
I have a sibling who is 10 years younger to me. So, even that
Okay.
also I have taken care of him, not my parents. So,
Okay.
so I developed this
Okay.
trauma, and
Got it. Absolutely.
So I
Absolutely.
didn't, though, despite loving my husband very much, and I could not focus on my married life.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so now, I mean, I'm struggling very much because
Got it.
we are living separately also. We have just started living separately for 3 months.
Got
So,
it. Got it.
so what should I
Got it.
do? I mean, in terms of making him understand what I want.
Shagun, right now you cannot make him understand, but you can work on yourself. Okay, we can work towards your healing. If you heal, obviously you will heal if you start working towards it. Once you heal, then that's the time the situations will be better, because whatever I understood from you, you don't want to divorce him, right? You still
Yeah,
want to mend the relationship.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there can be some misunderstanding, some unspoken feeling, some emotions between both of you, which are creating these trouble. No problem, Rita ji. Thank you. Which are creating trouble for you, but it doesn't mean that uh, you this is the only way possible. Divorce is the only solution. No, it's not. You can always ask for some time for yourself. If you work on it, uh, I would say dedicatedly, this is something you can come out very easily, because you just did not understand. Did you understand this trauma prior to our session? Did you understand that you had something like
But
this?
actually, my father just passed away last month only.
Okay, okay.
So, so I
Sorry to
felt
hear.
that. So
Hmm.
also I felt like the physical damage, physical abuse that he has done to me in the childhood. Suddenly, I could get over it after he passed away. Before that, I could not get over it. But my
Got it,
mother
got
was
it.
also emotionally more or less absent only because of they were so
Hmm.
busy in their
Hmm.
professional life that day she was absent only. So
Hmm.
so little bit I got. I mean, I
Right, yeah.
got over
Hmm.
it last month. Suddenly, when he passed away, I thought I can forgive him now.
Okay.
Uh, After he passed away, but
Hmm.
um, the symptoms are some symptoms are still there, and
Yeah.
the damage of our relationship has already been done. I
Done.
mean,
Yes, 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 yes. Shagun, the interesting part is, uh, you think because the father is not there anymore, and I can totally relate with it, because I also have a client who is in the similar situation. His father is also passed away, and the father was alcoholic. So, because you think the father is not there anymore, the trauma is ended. But what do you know? What the interesting part is? The child who is sitting inside us, who is from an age of 0 to 15, who got wounded, the child never grows up. The child is stuck at that age. And this child still believes that my father will come back to me, my father will love me, my father will take care of me, my father will give me everything what I did not get, what my friends got, but I did not get. So this child is still looking for that love, seeking for that love, and the damage is still there. So when we heal us through this inner child, we also help the inner child to let this feeling go, to let this hope go away, that the father will return. Because we both know the father will not return. So when the inner child understand, when the inner child is healed, that's the time you will start seeing changes in your life. So definitely, whatever challenging situation you are feeling, you are seeing in your outside world, it's all what you have felt inside you during your childhood days. So the wound was there, the trauma was there, and because you've been in that, I would say, stressful environment, you have attracted a partner also who is loving, who is caring, but somehow your body, or let's say unconsciously, you are self sabotaging, or you're doing something which you really don't want to do, or you're attracting certain situations which are beyond your control, which is actually hampering your relationship. But
yeah.
don't worry, Shagun, the solution to it is inner child healing. If you heal, once you start healing, you first heal yourself. So, what happened? When we heal ourselves, we change whatever is happening inside us. Okay. And I would not say that this is a 10, 20, 30 days process. It is a little more longer process. But once you get used to it, once you do it continuously, you will definitely see a shift. Because I've seen those shifts within myself, within my clients, within the people who have been into inner child healing. So this works for sure. But don't think that it will work just overnight. It's not a painkiller. It doesn't work like that. Healing is like brushing your teeth. You have to do it every day. Do it with this, with the feeling of surrendering to God. Do you believe in God? Do you believe in the divine father, divine mother?
I have started believing after he our relationship has been ruined.
Got it. Got it. So never ever think that the universe or divine mother or the divine is against you. Whatever is happening in our life is teaching us something. And trust me, initially life will nudge you slowly if the life wants you to learn some lessons. If we ignore that nudge, then a little harsher nudge will come into our life. And when we ignore that harsher nudge also, that's the time life will slap us because we are not learning our lessons. Okay, so let's not go to that situation again. You are in a situation right now, don't think about the worst case scenario. Okay, you can still work on the relationship, you can still mend it, you can give your 100% to it, we can heal it. Okay, but if you start thinking about the worst case scenario, that's the time you will start attracting all negativity, all negative energy. Your mind will go into a loop. You will not be, you'll feel all restless. Whatever you are doing, you will not be able to believe in that. You'll not have faith into it. And ultimately, you'll not achieve anything. So, precisely what I want to say, whatever you're feeling, all can be healed, all can be taken care of. Just have belief in what you're doing. Just have commitment that you want to heal, you want to take that step for yourself, and then see the results. Then work on it. So just have faith, and everything is possible. Does
Oh,
that make sense to you, Shakul?
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. अरे नहीं लव, अकेले रहना सबसे अच्छा ऑप्शन नहीं है. Just don't try to pass it on someone else. गलती हमारे पेरेंट्स की है. नहीं नहीं love. Don't think that way at all. It's not like that. It's not like that, love. And it shows that you are sitting on a lot of triggers right now. So tomorrow, attend my session tomorrow. I'll help you why you're feeling that ways. No, and please trust me, guys. My whole intention in these sessions is not to blame or curse parents, is not to make you feel small or make you feel burden. No, not at all. I just want to make all of you aware that whatever challenges we are facing, this is something which is coming from the childhood, and this can be taken care of. We can change our life, we can rewire our brain. Everything is possible, all is possible. Okay, so love, ऐसे मत सोचना, don't think that way बिल्कुल भी. And tomorrow attend my session, this is about trigger, and I can see you're sitting on a trigger. So, Aman, normally healing these traumas will take almost 20 days. It's a 20 days program wherein I'll be discussing more about it in our little more later sessions. So basically, it's a 20-day program where we are unearthing every trauma which have been through. We are understanding, we are healing. So we are also healing our parents. We are also healing their childhood, because once we heal them, we are also healed, and we also heal the generation coming after us. So healing them, working with ourselves, understanding our inner child, connecting with the inner child. We work on trigger releases, what we have in life, why we behave in that manner. We work on emotional blocks, mental blocks we have in our life. And then finally, we wrap this up with abundance. So money healing, money abundance also becomes a part of it, because guys, if we do not have good relationship with our parents, then money and relationship will be struggling part in our life throughout the life. So struggle, you will always feel struggle with money and relationship if we don't have good relations with our parents. So that's something again we address. So just to cut short, it's a 20 days program where we'll be working on each and every factor on every day. Okay, I acknowledge that, love, but don't feel that way at all. uh, See, we are human beings, we are social animals, we cannot live alone, we can never live alone. We need help, we need partner, we need love, we need acceptance. So that's something we cannot escape from. So living alone is not right. It's just that, just understand what is going inside me and how can I make it better. That's it. And with regards to parents also, just don't feel that way, it's absolutely fine. We should be thankful that we have come in this world because of them. So we got this life only, excuse me, we got this life only because of them. So we should acknowledge that, we should say thank you to them for this love, for this source of energy, for the life we got. And please don't think this way that living alone is the best option. No, it's never the best option. Living with people, growing with people, helping them to grow, helping them to heal with you, that's what we are here for.
I want to ask one more question.
Sure, Shagun.
Um, After my father passed away, like all the money that belonged to my father came to my mother. So my few relatives got to know about it, and they tried to, like, there was one property, so it was worth 2 crores, but my relatives convinced my mother that it was worth only 20 lakhs, and she uh, agreed to sell the property at 20 lakhs. So actually, the rest of the money they made out of it. So I tried to tell my mother that they are fooling you, and they are telling you the giving you the wrong information. But she didn't listen
Mm,
to me at all, and she didn't
mm,
trust me. And I tried
mm.
like several times to talk to her. She just walked out of the room while I was talking to her, and she trusted them whom she has never spoken earlier in the life. So
Hmm,
I
hmm, hmm,
felt
hmm.
started feeling unheard and hurt.
Yeah.
So like it's been like more than 20 days I have not spoken to my mother. So
Okay.
because I try to uh, like tell her 100 times at least that please listen to me. They are
Got it.
doing this. So
Got it.
even I am not feeling okay inside me when I'm not speaking to my mother these days.
Got
I
it.
am also confused what to do because I felt that she's not trusting me and blindly trusting the other people whom she has never spoken to, and
Got
I
it.
felt unheard. So what should I do?
Shagun, can we connect tomorrow? I mean, do you have time? I'll share my. Are you there in my group, my WhatsApp community? I think
No.
we'll have to speak one on one. Okay, so I'm going to
Okay.
share my link here. Okay, so just
Okay.
join my community right now and send me a hi from there.
Okay.
Okay, so let me connect with you because I understand what you are going through right now. Okay, everybody else who is not in my community, guys, this is a WhatsApp group where I have 150 plus members. I keep on conducting sessions, different sessions every week, every alternate week. You are most welcome to join my community so that you can be a part of it, and we can also get connected here. So Shagun, please join it. Send me a hi. Just WhatsApp me. Just send me a hi. Let's connect tomorrow. I'll be able to
Okay.
support you in this. We can discuss in detail, and then
Okay.
figure out what needs to be done. Okay,
Okay.
don't worry. Don't get anxious. Just sleep properly today. Don't get worried at all.
Okay.
Okay, everything is has solution. Everything is workable.
Okay.
Okay? Sure. Great. So anybody has any other question? Else we can wrap the session. And tomorrow, guys, we are going to discuss about trigger. This is again a very important session. This will help you to understand what are the different triggers we are sitting on, what are the reasons behind it, and it will help you to uncover a lot of things. So join tomorrow at 7:15 again. That's the third day, and I would look forward to help you, support you. And that's it from my side. So any other questions? I can't see any other question. My pleasure, Rohit. Thank you so much for being there. Thank you, all of you who have been attending the session. Continue